In the Doric Scots virtual religious service, we'll be opening with musical composition 7, followed by Jock's first scriven, or the first letter of John, as the English would say. Musical composition 7. Meester ma mikte, a ken not you'll I look after ma, Rick gate. Save ma fa all fa would chase after ma. For fear they rived ma to bits like a lions, we naebody to hold ma for them. Meester ma mikte, gin I have mislippen ony sentient being, or deen ony ill to a freen, or we nae cause misfitted ma phase. Sign lot ma phase talk ma on trump ma until a groon, on bury ma honor, I' the stew. Rise up, meester, in your honour. Set yoursel counter ma phase. Walking up ma mikte, on fest Jesus. Gather all folk round about ye, on sit yoursel a bean them all. Meester, you'll be a judge o'er all. Meester, judge ma according to ma serin, for I've deen nathan wrong. See till it at the kyards die nae mair harm. Uphaud a guid livin', gie their hearts on their minds a guid organ like a riches almichty at yar. Almichty's matarge, savin' them we an honest heart. Almichty's an honest judge, he's reased we a course ilka day. Gin a body winna change his wise, he'll sharpen his sword, unstring his bow, unmock it ready. His weapons o' death are all sorted, on his arrows are tippet wi' fire. The ill tricket carry nathan but coarseness, they plan mischief, on fest lees into a warl. But they dell a hole for themselves, on our cotchet, I' their ain snares. Their mischief will reboon on them, on fall back doon on their ain heeds. Thank a meester for his guidness. I'll sing a musical composition to a meester, meest heek. And now for the first scriven of Jock, or John. A first scriven of Jock, chapter 1. It was there fae a vera start. We've heard it, we've seen it wi' our ain een. We've looked at it, and held it in our hands. A word of life. A life was made say we could see it, and we have seen it. We're witnesses o' it. We're writing to ye about the everlasting life, and was we a father, and new has been made say we can see it. We are telling ye about fit we've actually seen and heard, say ye myth be we's in this fellowship, o Almighty a Father and Jesus anointed his loony. We're writing ye about this, say ye myth hae all a mair joy out o' it. His sign is a message we heard fae him, and are telling on to you ains. At Almighty is licked. There's nae mirk in him of all. Gin we say we have fellowship wi' him, and walk in the mark, we're tellin' lees, and livin' a lee. But gin we walk i' the licht, at same licht at he's in all, we have fellowship een wi' another. On the bleed o' Jesus the anointed washes awa all our ill deeds. Gin we say we've nae ill deeds, we mislippen ourselves, and there's nae a word o' truth in us. Begin we ain, at we have ill deeds. Almighty is faithful and just, and will forgie our ill deeds, and washes o' all at's ill. Gin we say we've never deen onything wrong, we mock Almighty out to be a liar, and we dinna talk in fit to his to say to us. Chapter 12. My bairnies, I'm writing this to you to hold you off the ill deans. Begin anybody should deal. Mind, we have a lawyer to speak for us afore Almighty. Anats Jesus anointing. Erictus. It's through anointing where ill deans are forgeen. On nae just doers, but the ill deans o a hale war lower. Gin we dee fit Almighty bids is, sign we ken him. A body fa says, I ken him fine, but disna dee his bidden is a leer. There's nae word of truth in all them. But the body fa keeps his word, his Almighty's love in all them to perfection. Deein fitty bids his dee is a test of whether we love Almighty or nae. A body fa says Almighty's in all them, mon live their life like anointing did. My friends, I'm nae writing ony new commands till ya, but just the all command ye hid fae very start. The all command is the een ye heard fae very beginning. And yet it's a new command I'm gieing ya. New in a sense that its truth is seen in you, just as it's seen in the anointing. 'Cause a mark is beginning to lift on a true lick sheens throw. A chiel fa says he's ither licked on disna get on wi his brither is, in fact, still ither mark. A chiel fa lose his brither, bides ither licked, on disna stoiter. A chiel fa disna get on wi his brither is ither mark. Walks ither mark, on disna ken far he's gone, 'cause his een's blint be a mark. I'm writing to you, my bairnies, 'cause your ill deans are forgeen in the anointed dean's name. I'm writing to you, fathers, 'cause you've kent him fa is fae very beginning. I'm writing to you, young birkies, 'cause you've overcome a deal. I'm writing to you, my bairnies, 'cause you've kent the Father. I've written to you, fathers, 'cause you've kent him fa is fae very beginning. I've written to you, young chiels, 'cause ye have strength. A word o' Almighty's in o' you, and you've overcome a deal. Dinna set store on a warl, nor things at are in o' a warl. Gin ony chiel lose a warl, a love o' Almighty's nae in o' him. A things o' a warl, you're hankering after weemen, leering at them, tea, being for your ain bigsiness. Disna come fae father, but comes o' a warl, and all its ills will come till an een. But the chiel fa dis fit Almighty bids him, will live for aye. My bairnies, we are getting near han a hinareen. And as ye have heard, the Antichrist coming. Believe me, there's Antichrist all round about ye. It maks me think the eens nae far awa. They gaed awa faes, but were never oor kind of folk. Gin they'd been oor kind, they would have bidden wees. In fact, their gyan awa proves they werena oor kind o' folk of all. But ye have a pure spirit, poured on ye, so ye mith ken fits a troth. I'm writing to ye, nae as folk I dinna ken a troth. Because ye ken a troth, and ye ken at the lee canna be a troth. Fa sign is a leer. A body fa disna talk at Jesus is the anointing. The een a disna talk wi a father, on a sin, is the Antichrist. A body fa disna ken a sin, canna ken a father, but the body fa believes in a sin, his a father tee. So ye maun stick to fit you was telt i' the beginning. Gin ye dee out, and I hard till it, you'll aye be wi a sin on wi a father. And this is a promise he gied to us, a promise o' everlasting life. I've written to you about them, would trust ye awa. But the pouring out o' his Spirit on you will I abide wi' you. And ye need nae worldly dominate to learn ye things. A pouring out o' his Spirit learns ye all thin, and it's all a truth. Nae a word o' a lee, and gars ye abide in anointing. And new, my bairnies, dwell in him, say at when he appears. You will stand stout and nae be affronted to ourselves when we stand afore him. Ye all ken at Almighty's greed. Say gin a child lives a greed life, he's Almighty's bairnie. Chapter 3. Just look at fu muckle love a father his heapet on is, be saying we can call ourselves Almighty's bairnies. Our world doesn't ken is, 'cause it didn't ken Almighty. My friends, knew we are Almighty's bairnies. Fit we will be, we dinna yet ken. But fit we div ken, is that when he comes, we'll be like him, 'cause we'll see him just a wha he is. Ilka body for his a hope like that keeps himself pure, just as our anointing is pure. For ever dis ony ill, Brock's Almighty's law, 'cause that's fit dean ill means. Brocken Almighty's law. Anointing come amoys, as ye ken, to talk away were ill wise, and there's nae ill in him. If folk forbide in anointing, dinna de ill. Them for de ill hinna seen him, and dinna ken him. My wee bairnies, dinna let yourselves be teen in by onybody. A body for dis greed is greed, just as Almighty is greed. A lad for dis ill is a deal's loon, 'cause a deal his deen ill fair vera start, or the vera first. As sin o' Almighty come amoys, say he mit tyrannies a works o' a deal. A child for his Almighty's bairn disna de ill, 'cause Almighty's netter is in o' him. And he canna de ill, 'cause he's Almighty's bairn. It's why we have a clear picture of fa's Almighty's bairns, and fa's a deal's bairns. A body for disna lead a greed life is nae a bairn o' Almighty, nor is a body for disna get on wi' their brither. As ye ken, this is a simplest command, at ye looing anither. Nae like Cain, for with sae course at he slew his brither. Fit div ye think he did that for? 'Cause his ain life was nathan bit coarseness on his brither's greed. Dinna be surprised, sign, gin a warl hate ye. We ken we've crossed our fae death to life, 'cause we loo our brithers. A chiel for disna loo his brithers is as greed as deed already. Gin ye hate your brither, you're a murderer. And ye ken the everlasting life o' Almighty canna hae a hame in a murderer. We ken fit the love o' Almighty is for is, 'cause anointing shoot is by laying doon his life for is. And we maun lay doon our lives for our brithers. But the wealthy man, for sees his brither in wint, and shuts him out o' his heart, fu can a love o' Almighty be in o' him. My wee bairnies, dinna let his loo in words and spec. It maun be true and shew itself, in fit we dee. His sign is fu we ken we belong till a troth, and convince ourselves afore him even though we're hearts fooner. Almighty is greater nor we're hearts, and he kens all thin. My friends, gin we ken we're heart disna fooner, we can gang up to Almighty wi' confidence. And fitever we speir o' him, we'll get, 'cause we keep his commands, and die 50 bids us die. 50 commands is that we should believe in the name of his Son, Jesus anointed, and Louis another, just as he telt us. For we keep his commands, we dwell in him, and he dwells in us. And we cannot he dwells in us, 'cause the Spirit Almighty at he guide us. Chapter 4. Dinna trust ilka spirit, my friends. Try them out to see gin they come fair Almighty, 'cause a world's full of false prophets. This is a why you'll ken a spirit Almighty. Ilka spirit at odds we a folk at Jesus anointed become a man is a spirit Almighty. And ilka spirit at odds at Jesus anointed didn't become a man is nae a spirit Almighty. That kind of spirit is the Antichrist. You were warned it would come, and it's already in the world. But you, my bairnies, belong to Almighty, and have already overcome his false spirits. 'Cause a een at's in o' ye is stouter nor him fa's o' a world. They are o' at world, and sae maun be their learning. That's a why a world hearkens till them. We are Almighty's bairns, and not bit the folk, fa kens Almighty hear fit we're saying. If folk fa dinna ken Almighty dinna hearken till us. That's a why we work out fits a troth, fits a lee. My friends, let's loo in another, 'cause love comes fra Almighty, and ilka een that loos is Almighty's bairn, and kens Almighty. A body at his nae love in o' them doesna ken Almighty, 'cause Almighty is love. And Almighty should his love be sending his Son until a world to gie his life through him. This is fit real love is. Nae a folk at we lood Almighty, but at he lood is, and sent his Son to be at why at mocks our ill deeds forgeen. Gin Almighty lood is sae muckle, my friends, surely we maun loo in another. Nae man has ever seen Almighty. Gin we loo in another, Almighty dwells in us, and his love is wrought to perfection in us. Here's a proof that we dwell in him, and he dwells in us. He's gien his spirit. Moreover, we've seen for ourselves, and can speak till a folk that Almighty sent his Son to save a world. And gin a child talks wi a folk at Jesus is a sin of Almighty. Almighty dwells in him, and he dwells in Almighty. Say we've come to believe and ken a love at Almighty his for is. Almighty is love. A body that dwells in love is dwelling in Almighty, and Almighty in them. This is for is a perfection of love, and we may hae confidence on a day of judgment, 'cause in this world we are like he is. Love has nae fear, and perfect love casts out all fear. Fear, has some kind of torment in it, and a body at's feared hasna yet got perfect love. We love him 'cause he lood is first. Gin a body says, "I loo Almighty," but disna get on wi their brither, they're a liar. 'Cause gin they dinna loo a brither, at's afore their vera een. Who can they loo? A Almighty they've never seen. On ony why, he gied us his command, at the body fa loos Almighty, maun loo their brither tee. Chapter 5. Ilka body fa believes that Jesus is a anointed is Almighty's bairnie, and gin ye loo a feyther, ye maun loo a bairnie. This is a why we ken we loo Almighty's bairns. We loo Almighty, and die is bidden. Gin we lu almighty, we keep his commands. And they're nae ill to keep, 'cause gin you're a bairn o' almighty, you'll soon get a better o' a whirl. In fact, his faith o' ours is fu a whirl's been 1 hour. Fitting the folk win our o' whirl, but them fa believe that Jesus is a sin almighty. He come wi a water on a bleed. Aye, that was Jesus anointed. Nae just water, but water on bleed. And it's a spirit fa tells us is true, 'cause a spirit is a troth. There are 3 witnesses, a spirit in our hearts, a water o' immersion, and a bleed o' atonement. And they all say a same thing. We accept human testimony. Surely Almighty's testimony about his sin is worth mair. A body that believes in a sin Almighty will find Almighty's testimony in their ain heart. A body that winna believe Almighty is mocking him out to be a liar, 'cause they winna talk wi a testimony that Almighty gied them about his ain sin. A testimony is this, at Almighty his gien is everlasting life, and his life can just be found in his sin. Forever his a sin, his life, and forever his na a sin, his na life. I've written this letter to youins for believe in the name o' a sin Almighty, say that ye myth ken that ye have everlasting life. We can come to Almighty kenning for sure, at all we spare at him that's according to his will he'll hear. And gin we ken that he hears, fit we're sickin', we ken at fit we seek, we'll get. Gin onybody see his brother dean ill, nae a deedly ill dean, pray to Almighty for him, and he'll begin new life. That's just gin it's nae a deedly ill dean. There is 6 things as deedly ill deans, and you'll be better nae to pray about that. Ilka time ye brock Almighty's law, ye dee ill, but there is ill dean that's nae deedly. We cannot nae bairn Almighty dis ill. It's a sin Almighty that keeps him soft, and a deal canna get his hands on him. We cannot, we are Almighty's bairns, and at the world round about is full of coarseness. We cannot the sin Almighty has come to this world, and his shoon is a why to ken him fa is true. We are in o him fa is true, and in his sin, Jesus anointed. Is is a true Almighty. Is everlasting life. My bairnies, watch ye keep yourselves fair false mictianes. Let it be true. And that concludes our reading of the first scriven of Jock, or the first letter of John. Till next time, be heartened, be sealful, and endure till the end.